The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by the hosts, guests, and callers on Beyond the Headlines are not necessarily those of management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written permission of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2021.
Coming up tonight, a private aircraft with 6 people on board crashed just short of the Grand Bahama International Airport this afternoon. And thankfully, the news is good tonight. Also tonight, Eleuthera feeling the heat and unable to cool off after marathon power and water outages all week. When will the island with its robust tourism industry get a break? And retailers of the petroleum industry say it's unfair that retailers have gotten a profit margin increase and they have not. You want me to repeat that again? Yeah. They are saying, the wholesalers, it is unfair that the retailers who've been agitating now for at least a year got that profit margin and they have not. Now, they have not gotten an increase, they say, in 2 decades. But the big question tonight, has it affected their bottom line? You'll be surprised at the answer. This is Beyond the Headlines. Good evening. I'm Shanique Miller. It's great having you along this evening. Welcome also to our Week in Review Friday show on Beyond the Headlines. Well, families and passengers on board a private aircraft that departed Cat Key into Grand Bahama this afternoon are thankful to be alive and without any serious injuries tonight. The aircraft crash landed just short of the Grand Bahama airport. Apparently, the aircraft experienced issues as it approached Grand Bahama. The news is good. According to reports, 1 of the 6 passengers had some slight bruises, and they were seen by medical professionals on the ground. Now, here's an official statement that came in from the Aircraft Accident Agency. It says the Aircraft Accident Investigation Authority is investigating an accident that took place this afternoon involving a Piper Aztec PA 23-250 aircraft with United States registration N9119 that was reported to have crash landed in an area 3 to 4 miles away from the Grand Bahama International Airport with 6 persons on board. Preliminary information received indicates that one of the individuals received minor injuries only. The AAIA investigation into the matter is ongoing. I tell you, of course, we are grateful tonight that that is the news. Super, very, very good. And the news is not something different. And so we're happy to start the show with that tonight. Well, shifting gears. Residents throughout most of Eleuthera are angry, hot, and yet again wondering when any of the major utilities will actually pull through for them on the island. For the entire week, there have been complaints of water shortages and or outage in various areas. And to make matters worse, there have also been power outages in settlements throughout the north and seeping into central and south, impacting boutique resorts, second home owners, Airbnbs, and Bahamians on Eleuthera, trying to do business and enjoy life and comfort on the island. Well, we're going to jump in right there this evening because, it sounds like a song I'm singing. How often do we talk about the issues as it relates to utilities and the reliability of utilities on the island of Eleuthera? It certainly is vexing. I've gotten several calls all week long, decided just to kind of watch it. But after receiving a call yet again this morning, I decided to ask the question tonight, when will the utilities of Eleuthera be at a point where it's reliable and people can actually live life? I mean, it's an island that has a booming tourism arrival that's going on, tourism industry. Bahamians are working and getting into business and trying to be industrious. But hey, things come to a grinding halt because the water is off and off. The power is off and off. And so tonight we're going to jump right in right there. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines. our Week in Review Fridays panelists, of course, Beyond the Headlines contributors, Ellington Ferguson here beside me and Leslie Miller. Good evening to you, gentlemen.
Good evening,
to you.
Shanique.
Good evening, Bahamas.
Bahamas. It's a pleasure to be here once again.
Gentlemen, it's almost like you're saying, dang, how much more can Luther take? The economy that is a sturdy, good, solid economy, and you don't want to discourage that and have it regress. But truly, the question is just how much more can residents, business owners, and all the likes be expected to take with this inconsistent water and power supply?
Shanique, it's been for most part of this year back and forth in the news with Eleuthera with either water or energy. I mean, I'm not sure. We have yet to hear clearly what solution that the government intend to come up with. I know what they're doing with this whole new energy reform thing and with the new companies that they have in here. Eleuthera needs immediate attention. We need to redo most of our or all of our infrastructure in New Providence and some of the other islands. Eleuthera needs immediate attention. And the government have the leverage and the resources, and you're sourcing these international companies that has even greater leverages as it relates to purchasing power. I mean, why can't you just say to them, listen, we need 2, 3, whatever generator on Eleuthera ASAP. This is priority. This is an emergency. We must pay attention to this. I mean, we're going to wait till the economy is completely destroyed, ripped, and then before we try to redo it again, spending millions of dollars trying to get it going again. Eleuthera is doing for itself. It's going on its own, basically. The economy is bringing in revenue into the country. Why can't we treat this island like we're treating New Providence?
And you know, Ellington, you raise a good point. Leslie, I know you want to jump in, but Ellington raised a good point. For the longest while, there's been the hope, the work from various administrations to try and get Eleuthera to the point of exactly where it is. Basically self-sustaining. In fact, it's doing so well, it's become one of the strongest contributors to the overall economy. And here it is, you have these things happening, so therefore it discourages further investment, it discourages business on the island, it hurts business on the island, and it affects the quality of life.
Absolutely.
You know, I believe we installed new engines on Eleuthera. I think it was 2014 when there was a change out on some of the old engines to the new engines. I don't quite understand what the problem could be today. With regard to water and sewage, they seem to have the same problems. I thought they had worked things out with the U.S. company
Aqua Design
that they had there. And they were going to do it themselves. With regard to electricity, I don't know what the problem could be. Is it overhead lines? Is it transmission failure? I believe it's time now to see the group that is here now, Pike, and the Bahamian group, go to Eleuthera and get it right, eh? They don't take too long with getting things right. I noticed an entire week the lights were going to the airport, but I saw last night that the lights are now on. I'm sure you probably saw the same thing too.
Definitely.
But they're on now, so they're pretty quick in doing that. The Eleuthera really needs to turn around. It's sustaining itself. And this is not a time really, especially during the Yuletide season, for people to have these sort of interruptions that they can least afford.
No.
And like you indicated, it affects our tourism sector as well as the Bahamians, which is the most important, in my view, that these things should not happen. You know, electricity is higher, is very high in the Family Islands, some of them. Water is high, and you should at least have the ability to produce and enjoy the comforts of something that we use in our everyday life. This is not a luxury, this is a necessity. Water and light. So let's hope they get it together more sooner than later. Eh?
What I've observed, how we govern and how we build and develop in the Bahamas, and I began to take note of it even from the aspect of the airport, with myself being around there and noticing how things work. Leslie, you alluded to the fact that a few years, 2014 maybe, you all put a new generator.
Yeah, somebody, but I
My
remember.
thing is, if the capacity is at 100, or let's say if the capacity is at 70 today, you cannot buy the amount of energy to accommodate 70.
No, that
doesn't
takes
speak
at
to
least.
the future. It doesn't speak to development. It doesn't speak to growth. If you have any vision or any plan to grow and develop, and the country, the island needs 70% today, you must buy a generator at least 100, 110, 120. You've got to think growth because
the excess
exactly because
should
obviously
always be about 20% minimum
obviously
to account.
Obviously, what is happening, what they put there to sustain the load that was there and was not prepared for growth. Eleuthera is experiencing phenomenal growth beyond what a lot of us here in New Providence understands.
Yeah.
And so you
and also Harbour Island, eh?
Yes.
Harbour Island.
Yeah.
Sustainable.
You've got to build your infrastructure
to accommodate
expecting
future
growth.
expansion.
Don't lag so far behind that now you're trying to run and catch up.
Exactly. You're supposed to always be ahead so that when it almost comes to the maximum, then you can expand. And that's how you develop. Even the people who handle the water, they probably went up there to handle a couple of people.
What they need to do,
they need to change that company.
Leslie and Ellington,
The
they need to go,
contract
right here, just say this. They need
There
to
you
go
go.
with that Aqua Design
Absolutely.
contract. I don't care what's going on.
They're
They
not
just say that.
I thought they had done that. Did they not do that?
They haven't done
I thought
it.
the government had done.
Aqua Design is still there.
No, the government said they were going to
But I mean,
change
nothing's happening.
things.
Well, something is going on. Something isn't fixed yet.
It's not fair to those people.
Because, and then we talk about the tourism. While tourism continues to be a year-round thing now for Eleuthera, which is good, but the tourism season is opening up shortly. Like abundance when tourists are on the island.
So the demand is going to be even greater then on both energy and water.
Yeah.
What are you going to do then if you can't handle this now in the off season? It's unfair
They gotta get
to
it
those
together.
people. It's unfair
They
to
gotta
the
get it together.
investors. It's unfair to the business people on those islands that have invested their resources to do business. Can't keep their business open. People are not coming, so their business are not being able to maximize the opportunity that exists on that island.
Absolutely. Again, it's after being sort of contacted all week and told about it. And then again this morning, I said, we have to give it some sort of attention in tonight's show. And so certainly we hope, because and knowing that very shortly the tourism season officially reopens on the island, that is addressed before that happens. Well, gentlemen, speaking of, I'll tell you, it was a happy day for petroleum retailers who recently, I think around September, got the approval for their profit margin increase, I think to the tune of about 25 cents. They were very happy for that. They've been lobbying for this increase. However, though, the wholesalers are saying, and they've been quiet all along, but they are now saying...
They were pushing them, not quiet.
Or they were pushing them.
They were very happy. Of course, we on the show we discussed it. You forget it.
They were, but anyways, the wholesalers are now speaking out. The wholesalers are saying, yeah, we saw that increase. Well, what about our increase? We are going to hear this story from Jose Etienne, and then we're going to come back and discuss.
Sun Oil Chairman Sir Franklin Wilson minting no words on how he feels about local gas station wholesalers seemingly waiting in limbo for a profit margin increase while their counterparts, the operators, recently snagged an increase of their own.
The wholesalers have not had an increase for a long time. It's not fair, to be quite honest with you.
Wilson, a major player in the petroleum industry, expressing his grievances weeks after Prime Minister Philip Davis announced in September a 25 cents increase in operators' gas margin and a 15 cents increase on their diesel margin. Some would say Christmas came early for those retailers, given that they have been publicly protesting for a profit margin increase since 2022.
Wholesalers have to accept the fact that the retailers make the noise and the politicians listen to them. That's the reality. It's not fair.
And in case you wanted to know why for Wilson, it's such a big deal.
As relates to diesel, I think the last time the wholesalers had increased in their margins was, I think, 2002.
On that note of being fair,
I think the government has always been fair to wholesalers.
Vice President of the Bahamas Petroleum Dealers Association, Vasco Bastian, adding that Wilson and other wholesalers who may be discontented could simply follow this blueprint.
We as retailers, we presented our numbers to the government. And the government saw where we were challenged, and we've been challenged for the last 13 years in this industry. So if Mr. Wilson feels he has a legitimate case, Mr. Wilson, along with his colleagues, put their numbers together and present it to the government of the day.
Now, as for the margin increase, Bastian maintains that retailers got what was owed to them. This as their frustrations got to a boiling point that resulted in a diesel strike across the capital, as well as threats to downsize staff in an effort to cope with the rising cost of fuel, and in other instances, send a stern message to government, who was accused of brushing off retailers' concerns.
We were struggling for so long. The cost of electricity went up. The cost of NIB went up. The cost of minimum wage went up twice since my nearly 2 decades in this industry. Mr. Wilson would never go in any business that don't give him a return after 13 years.
Given Wilson's comments, could this force the Davis administration's hands in seeking to level the playing field? While we wait to see, we did ask Wilson if wholesalers' pockets are feeling the economic pinch and if he and his colleagues could agitate for an increase.
Do we expect some wholesalers to make some noise given that
What do you do?
wholesalers rate?
Let me put it this way. All I'm saying to you is just look at that and you ask yourself the question, is that fair?
Jose Etienne, Eyewitness News.
Well, gentlemen, thank you, by the way, Chance. So, gentlemen, was that a yes or no? Are they feeling the pinch or not? Do they need this increase now, or what is happening?
Listen, I warned the Bahamian people a few months ago when this increase was approved that the big boys will be next. They were pushing the government to accommodate the retailers. Did it 4 times with me as Minister of Trade and Industry when I was responsible for it. And 4 times I refused them, tell them go to hell. Now you're going to get another $50 million increase on the backs of the average Bahamian in these difficult times by the importers who actually own the damn retailers.
So they're already benefiting from that increase.
They are rentals. They own the retailers. So they push the retailers to get the increase, and then of course they probably carry up the rent and all the other concessions that they give them. And now they say, now is my time, and I warned you all. I said, if you give it to one, the other one is coming for you. And now the time has come now, just before the Christmas season, you're going to have another $35 to $50 million increase on our backs.
Leslie, it can't happen.
Why it can't happen?
Because Leslie and
Why it can't happen?
we've been talking about the cost of living, gentlemen.
Yes.
Gentlemen, I know this administration is mindful of the cost of living and already the burden on the backs of Bahamians.
Yes.
Poverty is not shrinking. Poverty is there, and many people are feeling that. Many people are not nowhere near that $10,200.
No, that ain't happening in this lifetime.
Shanique, this is again another unfortunate situation that the wholesalers feel simply because the retailers got increase in their margin that it's unfair. I don't think, and I have the greatest of respect for Sir Franklin Wilson, but to use the term unfair. I think is a bit disingenuous. I think he is being unfair to the Bahamian public. He's being unfair to the family, the woman and the kids who are in the car sleeping at night. He's being unfair to families who are struggling to pay their rent and families who are struggling to buy food. I think he's being unfair there. When they have just recently reported profits.
56 million.
You know, profits is what you take home.
56 million.
Profits of 56 million. I think, yes, I know he said it's been a long time, but a long time
with
is
the burden
not
on our
measurement
backs
as to whether you should get it. If it's been a long time, but still you are ahead and not in the red, not in danger zone, come on, man, take a break.
But hold on.
In the words of
especially now.
That burden has been on our back.
Give it a break.
That's only one oil company, you know.
Give it a break, sir.
It's 3 of them, you know. Shell alone made 56 million.
I know.
What about Texaco and Exxon and Esso?
We have no choice but you, the 3 major oil dealers. Please. We're trying to find out. We're trying to stay above water. Just one more wave, and you wash us away.
I said they push the retailers to get it. They're right behind the corner pushing them.
Knowing that some of these entities, Leslie, owns many of these retail
They all
stations.
own. 95% of the gas stations in this country is owned by the importers and distributors.
Wow.
They are only renting. These guys, the rental fellas, went and got what they wanted, and now they're next. I warned you all. I experienced it firsthand.
It's not fair to the Bahamian public.
No.
That's where I think it's not fair.
That's unfair. That's
Okay,
unfair.
but you know, life is life.
This is Week in Review Friday.
The rich get rich and the poor get poorer.
After this break, stay close.
Hi, this is Blair from Ben's Bodies, and we will be at the IL Fit Fest from 8 to 3 p.m. on Saturday. But today, I'm going to teach you guys how to properly do a barbell front squat. A common mistake that people do, they have their elbows down. You get no quad activation from this. You could lose stability, you could hurt your lower back. It's just incorrect. So the proper way to do this is when you get your barbell, you want your elbows to be up. My core will automatically activate, my quads will automatically activate. You want to get shoulder width apart, elbows up the whole time. Take it as low as you could go and all the way up. Again, core still engaged, quads activated, everything. All right, there you have it. I hope this tip helps. If you have any more questions, we will be at the IL Fit Fest from 8 to 3 p.m. this Saturday.
Join us Saturday, November 16th, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., University of the Bahamas grounds for IL Fit Fest. Be on time to take advantage of over $10,000 in giveaways and health screenings powered by Eating Well. Supervised Kids Play Zone also available.
Get ready to win Lucky Bucks. Wherever you see this taxi, flag it down.
The boy hard, beating so hard, I will be hard beating. What here? I'm looking for my first contestant to ride in the Lucky Taxi. Walk in the taxi, you gotta do the Lucky Walk, bro. Thanks. Man, thank you, sir. 85 times 2 is how much, brother? You leave with $170, brother.
I never expected to win as much as I win.
Very excited when the gentleman picked me to ride inside the taxi.
So if I had to choose a game that would stay, it would be Island of Taxi.
You could be next on the Island Lucky Taxi.
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines, where we have a video that's really gonna quite daunting to look at, and we're gonna see it in just a moment. But first, as we of course do some week in review, this is where we review some of the biggest stories of the week. If you all were paying attention, you see, and you've heard it said for years, I'm sure, about sunken treasure in our oceans. Well, if you see one of the dailies today, you see the headline is this, that there's about in excess of $1 billion of sunken treasure. That 1 point what? 5 billion. That was discovered.
1.6.
And I am wondering, how are we going to benefit? Like how are we going to get access to this, Leslie and Ellington? After all, it was discovered, sunken there for decades, for many years. But obviously, it's been now recovered. And gentlemen, how is that going to impact the lives of Bahamians, especially now with the cost of living?
Well, first of all, Shanique, I think the Bahamian public deserves some kind of explanation on this to know exactly what's been going on, because the report is that they estimated to be about $5-something billion of goods down there. They said that the remainder is $1.5 billion.
This has been...
They already took some.
Where is the other three? What happened? Because that is the discussion now. And they're saying that one is suing the other for their share of some $1 million.
Are these Bahamians?
No, all foreigners. But you know what has happened over the years, right? they will give, the Antiquities Monument normally gives the permission
Right.
to enable them to go and salvage the gold and other treasures that's at the bottom of our oceans. Well, no one is really there on our side to determine what was retrieved
Only what they tell
from our
us.
waters. It's what they tell us. Okay? And they've probably taken about, what, billions of dollars out of our waters that us not even know it, because
nothing.
they have to come and tell us, this is what we got. And you think somebody's stupid enough
Why?
To give
to
you
come
all
and
of
tell
the-
you,
yeah,
this is what we got? You really think so?
No, because why
Huh?
would they be?
You really think so?
How we could just sit and give that away?
I think-
Why? Well, let's say you went to one time and you look in the dictionary, because obviously what you
The
sometimes
picture right there.
No,
Let me here.
sometimes you just
Pictures
talk.
don't change.
Leslie, sometimes you
still
say
there.
things, but
Huh?
I don't get it.
And that's true what Leslie say, because I mean, me, the average one of us know better, will do better. Why is it that these people can run roughshod over our leaders? And we don't have our own
Because
interests
they go to Webster.
to take care of what is in the interest of the Bahamian people. How you can just let these people go out there and come back and tell me what it is, and whatever they tell you, that is what we take? No, something wrong.
They know we're
with that.
serious.
Something
Does
wrong
it?
with that.
They know we're not serious.
Yeah.
We got to do better
Okay?
than that.
I guess it's tantamount to what the IDB is saying, that 75% of Bahamians are thieves, that we go and hustle the companies to the point that 5 to 7% of their gross margin goes into the hands of the average Bahamian who begging them and hustling them, eh? That's what they think of us.
So Shanique, to
Okay,
that
and I
point,
take grave exception to that on behalf of every damn Bahamian. That
is it
this
true?
organization,
But is it
the
true or-
IDB...
but is it true or not?
No, it's not true, because in Washington, they call the IDB, the Latin American Development Bank, say nobody crooked than that crew. I was there, I experienced that. Okay? And Catalonia is a good example. Every big job that emanates out of the Caribbean, it is given to a Latin American corporation to come in here and do the work. Remember, Catalonia is about 150 million.
yes.
And Hot Mix could have done the work here. It wasn't given to them. Why? You know why. But yet they're accusing us. And this guy, what the hell is his name? This, he ain't no Bahamian. This little organization he formed. Org or whatever the hell it is.
Leslie.
What is that all about?
Leslie, it's to
Mad
hold,
Hog.
it is to hold government
Yeah, but
accountable.
but how does this white man, a white foreigner, comes and dictate and look at us and say what we should do or we shouldn't do?
Leslie.
And he gets money from all these private organizations as well as government to do his job now. We are 95% black. But you got this white man. I don't know who the hell he is. I don't care who he is.
Matt Aubrey.
Or
Leslie.
Aubrey,
But
telling
he-
us
but
what to do.
But Leslie, he's been around.
I say telling us what to do.
Leslie, and he tell, and when you and when
Huh?
he tell y'all listen.
Who?
And y'all jump higher
Who
than,
listen?
than if,
I
than
never
if
saw
one of
that
us
guy
would,
in my
than
life.
if one of us would say,
There's no way in the world he could come to me.
Leslie, org has been
Okay.
around now for quite some time. Matt Aubrey has been at the helm in org for quite some time.
He wasn't there when I was in Parliament. I never heard of the guy. I got to blast the hell out of him years ago if he come to that garbage.
He stares
Okay?
government.
He stares what
and
government?
He speaks to what
He's
government.
not stares what government?
Each government.
Huh?
And what
He
they're
goes
doing.
around hustling money for his organization. Do they give an account of what they get? What they hustle? Why don't they go and look at the rail sector? When they say Bahamians always looking for bribes. If a guy from customs, if you give him money, you know why you give him money? Because that damn container which you bring in, half of the stuff wasn't declared. That's how he get his money. Okay? In 2013, a boat came into Abaco with some $50 million worth of jewelry. It was declared at some $7 million. Bradley Roberts, God bless him, got made aware of it. Y'all let's forget. They taught us how to hustle and how to thief. The fellas who were reporting on us
Well, Bahamians
taught
learned
us
well.
how to thief.
Bahamians learned well.
How to hustle. Okay, but you blame it on us and see they look on us as a black nation. So that hurts all of us. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
The reputation.
But
yes.
they put this paintbrush on us.
Yeah.
And who is these people from South and Central? They didn't even have damn governments that operate properly. They had dictatorships most of their lives. And dare them to say that all Bahamians are hustlers. I take a greatest exception to that, especially as a former member of parliament and a minister.
Leslie, I hear
Don't
you.
come with that garbage in this country,
I
man.
hear you, Leslie. And
Okay? It's unfair to all of us.
And point, but boy, I'll tell you the truth. Can all of us look in the mirror and actually, in any event, let's move forward. Let's move
Please.
forward. Yeah, please, because before you run out tonight.
Please, I can run out quick.
No, I don't want you to
Because
run
I
out.
can protect the interests of the average payment in this country.
You do that, Potcake. You
Okay?
absolutely.
I can do that.
That is very
You have not seen that man walking around with you, Leslie. He walks with the area we walk. Don't call the area. The same area he walks. Okay?
Yeah.
You better speak with him and befriend this man.
I
Okay?
don't let him know. He know what time it is.
Listen, Leslie and Ellington, I want you both to
Election ain't going to coming.
look. This man doesn't run for election. He don't run for office. He
Who?
holds every elected official accountable.
Who, this fella?
Yes. He speaks to what's happening in the nation.
He don't hold nobody accountable, man. He need to be accountable, his organization. Be accountable first to us. And then you can come and have some say in our country. I don't know if he's a foreigner or not. I never heard of him. I know that is the only name in this country with that damn last name. Have you ever heard of anyone?
Aubrey?
With that name? No. Aubrey.
Aubrey. Okay.
Aubrey. A-U-B-Y or whatever the hell it is.
A-U-B-R-E.
Leslie.
The other white Bahamians are Aubreys and them. This nigga got his own name.
Chance Collymore.
All right.
Just play that video so we can look at this. What else is going? This is what this man speaks about. These things that's going on. Go ahead, Chance.
What
Show
man
that video,
speak about?
please. The president of the Bus Unions Association, he said he is forwarded on to the Department of Road Traffic.
Still on the road.
But I'm not sure because he was out of town and I arranged to speak with him next week.
Did
But
this incident happen this week or last week?
I can't even say when it happened. However, he is aware of it. He has the video and he sent it on to officials. But gentlemen, look at that video. That is no game. I really thought bus drivers stopped operating that way. The road,
We hit them before, you know.
it's
You
a
must be you and me.
It's a small road. It's a small road. You can see this. Look at this. He is trying to overtake, obviously, to get the edge. You can see. I can't even look at that.
This, man.
Just look. No space for that kind of driving. But again, this is what it is.
His license should be revoked for life.
It should be.
Life.
Because he has put the
For life.
passengers at risk. He's put other
On
motorists.
Bahamians, everybody.
He has put other motorists at risk. I mean, thank God we weren't reporting something else. Looking at that video, what are your thoughts about the public bus system that is always under revision, and there's been talks for years about trying to bring some sort of real formality to it?
First of all, let me apologize for not being as aghast as you two are.
Oh, you
and
that don't
Leslie.
shock you, eh?
No, not at all.
It's everyday thing.
I'm more shocked at your response to it.
Jesus.
It's
Be in
the
trouble.
norm. It's every day. That is not an isolated incident. It's typically how they're operated.
Wow.
Unfortunately, we don't have sufficient officers that patrol the streets and make sure that things like that doesn't happen. But traversing the streets every day, I mean, sometimes they hold us, other
That's right.
road
Yeah,
users,
yeah,
hostage.
yeah,
When
yeah.
they decide to stop each on the side of each other and swing across the other one, and so the whole line of traffic have to stop until they do whatever it is they're doing. It's a normal way of life. And
What
I
about the
watch it.
concern of the passengers?
Huh?
Who's concerned about the passengers?
What passengers?
On Bahamians who could be walking on the street.
Walking on
or,
the
or
street.
anyone who could be
What if
walking.
somebody was
It's
walking?
normal.
What about them?
That is a daily thing, and so we need to get a hand on it. There's a lot of rogue people in there.
When are we going to put a stop to it?
And I don't see us having the willpower at this point. We don't have the willpower. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah, no, it's unfortunate. That doesn't need to be happening because it's a public safety risk, hazard, and just clean up the system.
It's the wild
West.
west.
Yeah, I did exactly. I didn't know that still happened.
I would hate for them to go after that one particular driver because somebody cameraed it. And I'm saying this seriously. I would hate for them to go after that one driver because that's the system. Somebody did that today, somebody did it yesterday, and somebody's going to do it tomorrow.
Well, gentlemen, I thank you both very much. Always insightful, certainly always opinionated, and always researched and ready to talk about the issues that are affecting everyday Bahamians. Thank you so much. Don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we're going to shift gears and look at something that IL Cares is doing. Yep, the Fit Fest is tomorrow from 8 to 3. I hope that you are making plans to be there. We'll talk about it. Fit Fest, Fitness Fest. Fitness, yes. Yes, at the University of Bahamas. That's right. And so we'll talk about it when we come back right after this break.
One and only K Michelle.
What up, y'all? It's your girl K Michelle. December the 28th, I'm going to be in the Bahamas. I'm coming to sing some songs. Yes, Bahamas, K Michelle. We gonna light some candles tonight. Very special.
Life Jennings.
Yo, what's up? Nassau, Bahamas. Life Jennings is performing December 28th.
And Jay Holiday.
Yo, what's good, man? It's me, your boy Jay Holiday. I'm going to be performing live on Saturday, December 28th.
At the Nassau Cruise Port. Early bird tickets are now available online. Powered by 103.5 The Beat. Nightlife Entertainment. Alpha Sound Promotions. Free Bands Entertainment. 242 Party and Playhouse.
See y'all, Bahamas, December 28th.
What you doing? What you doing? Where you at? Where you at? We got a code. That you can crack. With Island Luck. You can win. $1 million. 7 digits. 0 to 9. You could redeem your promo points online. You should be guessing and not stressing. Could be $1 million in your possession. No need to question what's happening. We just made up some games to try to get you some money that'll make it alright. So if you wanna change your life, crack the code and stop joking. Crack the code and stop joking. Crack the code and stop joking, yo. Crack the code and stop joking. If you guess the numbers right, no more stressing. We'll be balling tonight, baby. We can make your dreams come true. Play Crack the Code today. Win $1 million only on Island Luck.
So you want a space. But not just any space. You need something with a little more potential. So how about 1,000 square feet of room to play with? Superb audio and video production capability, digital LED wall, full lighting grid, and about 124 seats to accommodate a full studio audience, with so many other features. Make us your home for your next concert, conference, and so much more. Honestly, the possibilities are endless. Here at ILTV Studios, we'd love to bring your next event to life. So what do you say? Do you want our space?
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. Well, of course, you know tomorrow what's happening. ILTV Fit Fest, Island Luck Fit Fest. They are teaming up with so many fitness instructors and personal trainers and nutritionists and very, fitness gear companies, everybody in that space on the grounds of the University of the Bahamas to make you understand why it's important that you put yourself and your health first. I love the fact that Island TV often takes these sort of initiatives, a leader really in the community when it comes to just putting their feet out with bringing you cutting edge information that's needed in terms of this right here, health and wellness and what you're eating and the fact that you must continue to move. And you can move in any which way. It doesn't have to be running a marathon or having a personal trainer like the gentleman next to me that you'll meet in a moment. But this is so awesome. It's free. You heard that? Free. And it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful morning. So from about 9 until way past 1 o'clock, this is going to be happening. And there are like several vendors who are going to be there. So it's a big health fair. Again, they call it the Health Fest. So it's a big health fair that's going to be there, spread out on the grounds of the University of the Bahamas. And you get to walk away with $10,000 in prizes. And so let's just speak with my guest now. Please welcome to Beyond the Headlines, Donovan Roll. You go by
Jay.
Jay, that's right. He's a fitness instructor, very popular all around. Many of you know him. Your body has gotten snatched as a result. But he's one of the major draws who are going to be at the Island Luck Fit Fest tomorrow at the University of the Bahamas. Let's just get right in. We know health and wellness is hugely important. We see the chronic illnesses that accompany sedentary lifestyles and what it is that we as Bahamians like to call food and just so get into and eat. Why is this so important that Island Luck is leading in this initiative?
Well, I thank you for having me here, Shanique. And once again, I'm Jay from Jay Fitness. It's important because it's part of the Island Luck Cares Foundation to bring the Fit Fest because we need to move as a country. We need to get involved. We need to take our health and wellness serious. And in my profession, I often find that people say they cannot get in shape because they don't have the time or they lack the resources. Island Luck Fit Fest is free. So you just need to present yourself there. It is free. And free. So you come out there, the first 500 guests get a free gift bag. There are going to be 20 vendors such as me giving out health tips, giving out prizes, giving out surprises. You come on out, it's going to be a time for you to get the information you need to help you on your wellness journey.
And again, this isn't you trying to wait until January 1st.
No,
Because when you do that, Shanique, you see how people, and you should know this, Jay from Jay Fitness, when the Bahamians set themselves up every year, you know, the first week of January, they go full steam ahead, and then
you fall off.
That part.
Yes, and that's part of the challenge because we don't set smart goals. And that's the thing I always preach. You have to know the goal you're going after. And then you have to set milestones along the way and celebrate those milestones. We didn't put this on in one day. It's not going to come off in one day. Rome wasn't built in a day. So the same way it gradually got on, when you gradually start saying this a little tight, and I just move up a pant size. And
don't be noticed
then
that.
say, and this come out of nowhere. When this happen? Right, so the process is slow. So you just need to start, create your SMART goals and take it step by step. And this is an awesome time to start. You can catapult yourself into the new year with initiatives such as this, can meet some health professionals, get some information. And because I realize oftentimes we don't have the necessary information because there's a lot of things, you know, you can Google this, you can Google that, but there's so much information can be overwhelming.
It is.
So it's up to you to, I think we have a certain age, they might notice, but paint your window black.
Who the Dickens? Listen.
Shanique.
First and foremost, jeez, Lord, you don't listen.
Me and you, I am this with you.
Don't play with me, dude. Don't play with me. So you are the guest here. You speak to the camera, to the people.
Okay.
Don't play with me.
For those of you who are in my age group.
Thanks very much. Now look right here and talk to them. Right there.
There's a saying that says, paint your windows black. Don't watch nothing. Sell your TV, sell your phone.
Thanks. Yeah, but listen to that. Don't watch nothing. But the difference
right, what I'm saying, you know, I wanted us to connect on that. But okay. So you have to remember your journey is your journey. Your goals are your goals. Different people have different things they have to work with, such as their lifestyle, their jobs, their family commitments. You may have something different. So what works for one person might not work for you. So to make sure that you talk to one of us so we could put a plan together for you so you could itemize and track your goal. So I always ask this question, like, who had a weight loss goal about 52 pounds this year? Well, you know, people raise that or less. Yes. So the right way to lose weight is about a pound or two a week. So if we took the baby steps and slowly build the habits into retaining our goals, we'd have gotten there instead of saying, I can lose all this in 2 weeks, I can starve myself, and I can work out 4 times a day. Nothing in the history say you work out twice a week, but you can all of a sudden go 4 times a day.
And you know.
So then you burn yourself out. That's why it's important for us to set realistic goals and have ourselves an accountability partner.
And that is where someone like you come in. I mean, you are known, first of all, he's a personal trainer. If you can certainly go that route, it's worth it because that sort of very direct, individual, intimate attention, it helps people even more. And people get into shape and achieve their goals, set new goals even. And so it's certainly good to kind of get on board with a personal trainer. But let's just give the people, Jay, whet their appetites so that they come looking for you tomorrow. Whet their appetites with some really doable tips, because I'll tell you, you know, health is a major issue in this nation. Obesity is a major issue. What we eat and figure that we can't stop, like just shoving down our throats, is a major issue. Give us some tips.
So first of all, I believe in starting small. Remember, baby steps are still steps. So for someone like me, I love to eat sweets. I love it, but I have to be mindful of it. So I always tell someone, if you eat 4 cookies a day, cut it down to 3 cookies. And then slowly build and change it. I used to person who had put a lot of sugar in my tea. I went to 3 scoops to 2.5 to 2, went to honey. Now I'm down to no sweetening in my tea at all. But those are baby steps. It might seem small, but all these things add up.
They add up and they make a difference.
Right, I remember, and I have to say this, carbohydrates are your friend. It's not your enemy. It's excess carbs that turn into fat. Carbohydrates is your fuel source. Someone say, I ain't eat no carbs, and I gotta wake up 10 times a day. Where you gonna get your energy from? It's when you don't use those carbohydrates that then turns into fat. So you have to be mindful and get the information needed and be mindful of your journey. If you're an endurance athlete over a sprinter, then you're gonna have a different meal plan. So one size does not fit all.
Right.
Yes, your body just knows you're moving. So you don't have to even be coordinated. So whatever thing you find, the exercise regimen that is right for you. Find the time that is right for you. If you know you're not a morning person, don't sign up to go to gym in the morning.
So that means you can work out at any time of the day. Just make sure that's the time you set.
Right.
It's good for you and stick with it.
And stick with it. And if you have one of those demanding jobs that you have to stay to work late, then you know the evening is not going to work for you. The reason why I love mornings, because no one can interrupt my morning. The car tire ain't flat in the morning. Mommy don't need no help. Wife don't. No one needs help at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. So that's my time that I could focus on me. That might be your time, but you know what? The Spirit just said me, Shanique.
What does Spirit say?
Because I'm.
Listen to me. Hold on now.
The Spirit of me now.
Holy Spirit. I got it.
Because one of my giveaways tomorrow at UB is going to be 25% off for my 40-day transformational challenge, which includes a meal plan, 40 days workout, nutritional guide, affirmation, and motivational listening.
Oh, you have all of that. That's nice.
But for your listeners,
go ahead.
Your viewers, because you know you top notch.
Yes, of course.
So they're gonna just log on to any one of my social media platforms.
Give them that.
JFitness242. That's JAY Fitness 242. Log on to that. Use the discount code BEYOND. BEYOND. I spell it right, Shanique?
You did.
Okay,
absolutely.
so now
Sounds familiar.
Sounds familiar.
Yes.
And you will get 25% off the 40-day transformational challenge.
This is so amazing, you all. And can they say, you know what, Jay? It's almost Thanksgiving. Can I save this for January? Can I get it now and save it for January?
You could get it now and still save it. Then I can say, why we say, Shanique, I have to get up. I don't want to move on the camera, but you get me excited now. What we saving for, Shanique?
I don't know.
Well, I put off for tomorrow, we could do the day.
Right now,
well, next week,
right
the
now.
early one. No.
Don't. Okay, here's it. Here's the deal.
Calm
Put your water. Yes. Get him some water, Justin. Because you know, Jay, the people can be like, listen, Thanksgiving right round the road, right round the corner, and they gonna want to eat that, and then Christmas comes, they won't eat that, and you don't stop eating. Christmas, you eat the entire December.
Yeah, but you only have one life, you know. You only have one body, you know.
That part.
Christmas coming around again, Thanksgiving coming around. Your body is going to reward you for the work you put into it.
I am so happy you said that, Jay, because, you know, all fun and jokes aside, and we were kind of jesting a moment ago, that is important, you all. The World Health Organization has released new statistics. You see where the Bahamas is. It didn't, in about 2016, 2017, number 6 is where the Bahamas was. This year, just a short while ago, number 4. We are doing something wrong and not paying attention to people like J Fitness. When Donovan speaks and shows up or offers you this wonderful deal, for example, you heard affirmations, meal plans, on your back, truly your coach, and also holding your hand on this journey.
Yes.
That's the kind of thing that you need to take seriously. Donovan, this is awesome. Where are you going to be out there at UB so they could just come and make a beeline for you?
Just come to me. We're going to be on the field. I'm going to be someone. You're going to have my mouth. You're going to have my mouth, Shanique. And when you come, you got to give me a jumping jack or push because I can have things there. But I can't just give out the things if you don't go do something for it.
Yeah, I agree.
You got to do something for it, Shanique.
Yeah.
One jump and one push, but 5 burpees, something like that. There you go. I got you covered.
Hold on, how you could go from not doing nothing to get into the burpees? You know, burpees is a situation.
Yeah, but we build for situation. We Bahamians.
That.
We winners, Shanique.
We are.
We champions.
That's it.
All around.
We absolutely
academic, sports, you name the sport, we excel in. We can't excel for ourselves to make our family and the nation better.
Putting ourselves first in taking care of our health, because I'll tell you, the little sacrifice you make here pales in comparison to if you have to continue going to a doctor for whatever it is. And you don't want to be caught up in that vicious cycle and that system. You can do something today to change the trajectory of your health and where you find yourself. Truly, it just makes a difference of what it is that you're eating, the quantity in which you're eating it, and of course, how you're moving. This is really, really, really important. I know you have seen exactly what the Bahamas, the Bahamian lifestyle has done to so many people. And I'm happy you said that. Don't get carried away with the holiday season.
No.
You have one life, one body. If we respect this and take care of it, we have many more holiday seasons to enjoy.
Right.
And we can do so, but do so.
And enjoy with our family and be present and
Yes.
stop loving yourself with destructive habits. Smoking cigars ain't loving yourself. Overindulging in food and alcohol is not loving yourself.
No, it isn't.
I don't know. I mean, so I don't know how that's. So you have to be mindful what you do. Yes, I'm not saying, moderation is the key to life. I'm not saying don't do this, don't do that. But we have to be mindful that if I eat, which I love, a cracked Congo with onions and mayonnaise.
You won't have to hush, Jay.
I just say what I love,
You
Shanique. I can't say what I
listen,
love.
Jay Fitness.
I can't. I is a Bahamian. You fix that grammar. I love it. I love it.
Jay,
but I know I can't do it every week.
Yes.
I know I can't do it every month. I know when I do it, I have to make certain adjustments.
So this is that treat then, which you give yourself,
Man,
but
that tastes
that's
good,
a every
man.
kind of quarter type
Yeah,
thing.
on every type of quarter. Probably but twice a quarter though. I think be real. See, Shanique, what I want people to know, trainers are human. So don't mind that. Very few people might be in a particular season, they're trying to get ready for stage, so the diet is more stringent. But now you have to understand, if you bake homemade bread, we even ain't got to cut that. I breaking that and eating that. I love stuff like that, but I still know I have to be mindful what I putting in. I do that, I decide I can burn that off. And still be mindful of, I'm getting in my greens, I'm getting in my fruits, still in addition to, I'm getting in my necessarily water intake. Remember, even with water, one size doesn't fit on.
Yeah.
So if someone weighs 200 pounds, someone weighs 80 pounds, 8 glasses of water can't be the same for that person. So the matrix I like to use is that half your body weight, drink that in ounces.
Listen
So
to me.
I bought two,
Jay,
15-ish now, so I need like 100 and some ounces of water, give or take.
How do you not sleep at night? Because when you drink all that water, when you try to meet like the quote the amount that you must have, it's a whole different story. But again, it's good though. That flush is awesome.
Yes.
That's what we need. Again, guys, health is wealth. It is extremely important. You have a free opportunity tomorrow. IL Cares Fit Fest is happening from what time?
From 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Absolutely.
Elevate your wellness journey, man.
Elevate your wellness journey.
Let's
I
go.
love that, man. We want to show up in our best selves, looking amazing, feeling amazing, energetic, strong, and all the rest of it. And that is if you follow the advice that people like Donovan Roll from J Fitness will give you, and so many others. Plus, he got some giveaways, y'all. And then things. He got things, and more things. And then you see, you can also walk away with like part of that $10,000 in gifts and prizes and surprises and all the rest of it. So certainly be on the grounds of the University of the Bahamas starting at 8 in the morning until after 3 tomorrow afternoon. Any final comments you want to give?
Yeah, just reach out to me at jfitness242 or call me at 359-1156. You could text me the word beyond. I send you the program, we make it happen. And remember, adequate rest is important. The 3 pillars to fitness: diet, exercise, and rest. Get it in.
Rest is a part of that too. Tell you that. Don't try to beat these streets all the time.
Because the streets can beat you. I try taking over your show, man. Sorry, man.
I don't want him. Y'all don't send him back. Don't. Okay? He's doing too much. It's one host here. One.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
you know what I mean? But this is J Fitness. Go on all of his socials. J Fitness 242. Jay, give your phone number again.
359-1156. That's 359-1156.
Hit this dude up for the new year, man. Even before then, but certainly we know how y'all go for real. Hit him up for the new year. Get locked in so that you can get healthy. Your health is no joke. It is your most valuable possession. Treat it like that and respect yourself. Jay, I have more to suggest in terms of that bread. No, sir. But anyway, that's a different story for a different show. But yeah, absolutely. Listen, Jay, thank you so much. Once again, the IL Cares Fit Fest, where Jay will be, is tomorrow starting at 8 until about 3 in the afternoon. Go there, get some information, get some free giveaways. Who knows? You may even get a year's membership from somewhere. So just do some stuff. Put yourself first. Put your health first. That's hugely important. Jay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I want to thank all of you for tuning in all week long. We certainly enjoyed having you here, and we look forward to seeing you right back here on Monday evening. For the entire Beyond the Headlines team, I'm Shanique Miller. Have a blessed weekend, everyone.